While most of us are entering another weekend without access to public masses, but in a small handful of places around the country, we are seeing a return to liturgy. Correspondent Mark Irons reports. Mark?
Tracy, the Catholic churches that are gradually beginning to reopen their doors tend to be in states that are now reopening for business, places like Montana and Texas. But some diocesan officials say it's just too soon.
Finding a balance between keeping the public safe and providing spiritual needs. It's a challenge the Catholic Church faces.
Suspending Mass was actually a lot easier than figuring out how to resume Mass.
Public masses in the Archdiocese of Denver were supposed to pick back up this week, but Vicar General Father Randy Dolan says suspension will continue until May 8th as a safe plan to return is put in place.
We're trying to make sure that we have some very good guidance that follows what the state is asking us to do.
Meanwhile, in Montana, church doors have reopened with social distance guidelines still in place. In the Diocese of Austin, Texas, a plan to resume public masses on May 5th. The first diocese to return to public masses, Las Cruces, New Mexico.
People that just had a lot of anxiety from being at home.
Christopher Velasquez runs communications for the diocese. He says Bishop Peter Baldacchino had been hearing how COVID-19 was also bringing on isolation, alcoholism, drug abuse, and greater financial concerns. He felt his people needed God more than ever.
One thing that we're doing from our end is Bishop's been very clear since the beginning that if someone is at risk for COVID-19, we are encouraging them to, by all means, please stay at home.
Even with closed churches, a new Pew Research Center survey shows some Americans say their faith has increased as a result of the outbreak. Among a number of religious groups polled, 27% of U.S. Catholic adults say their faith has grown stronger.
The U.S. Conference of Catholic Bishops tells us that each bishop will need to make the best decisions for their particular diocese. And of course, we continue to see the clergy get creative in administering the sacraments, Tracy, in things like drive-in masses or drive-through confessions. Tracy.
Okay, thank you so much, Mark. Correspondent Mark Irons reporting tonight.